I am Slick Nick, your personal certified Enneagram coach. Welcome to the final video of this little mini series I'm doing where I'm having some fun because I'm a 7, that's what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have fun. And if I were to give a general Enneagram to each of the political parties, what would they be? So you've already heard me say, if you watched the other videos, that I would say Republicans are Enneagram 8 with a 7 wing. I would say Democrats are Enneagram 4 with a 5 wing. I would say Libertarians are Enneagram 7 with a 6 wing. And then what about me though? What about me? I am a centrist. When I look at the political parties, I'm like, the way I look at it is Republicans and Democrats, the main parties, it's like they're both wrong and they're both right. And they're equal with each other is the thing about it. They don't realize this, but they're equal with each other. Because when we look at the elections, for the most part, about the same amount of people vote Republican as do Democrat. For the most part. Those are the main two parties. You pretty much would have to choose one if you want to feel connected that your vote either mattered or didn't, either way. But ultimately, it just swings back and forth. And I think that's over the years what caused me to just remove myself from worrying about a political party. So I say they're equally relevant to each other. And if they weren't, then we would see that one of the parties would be a lot more popular. But they're pretty equal, and that justifies the other's existence. I see that paradox, that neither of them are really doing enough right or wrong because they're pretty much equally popular. That's the way I see it. I am a centrist. As far as a libertarian, I identified as a libertarian for a long time, but at this point in my life, I don't want to believe that when I vote libertarian for that candidate that they're actually going to win. I am a realist as a 7. I'm in touch with my growth of 5, so I accept that maybe one day a libertarian could actually be voted as president, but right now they're probably in that 3-4.5% of the population. That's where we're at. So I realize I don't really have faith in the government or the system. Like pretty much the free market, that's a libertarian coming out of me, but the free market ultimately is going to probably choose one of the main candidates, Republican or Democrat, which again, I see they're both doing a lot wrong and they're both doing a lot right. Neither of them is bad or good. They're just the main two popular choices. So now that you've heard me talk about that for 2.5 minutes, what Enneagram would a centrist be, which is what I am? I would tell you, obviously, a number 9. Number 9, the peacemaker. Don't really have to be caught up in making a decision. I'm just going to do my own thing and just kind of go with whatever. Whoever gets elected president, okay. Whichever political party is in charge for the next 4 to 8 years, okay. I'm just going to keep living my life. But I would say that the wing for a centrist, such as myself, would be an 8. And you think, well, so you're saying there's that challenger in that too? And I'd say, yeah, there is. Because a challenger is okay making their own decisions, doing their own things, not worrying about what everybody's doing, but just focusing on what they want to do. So I would say if you identify as politically neutral, as I do, then you're just going to kind of go with the flow because you realize you don't really have much control over that. Like people wish upon a star that the person they vote for is going to become president and that their political party is going to save everything and everything's going to become better because of that. And I think as a political Enneagram 9, okay, whatever you want to do, that's fine. But the 8 part of that is saying, because ultimately I want to feel in control of my own life, and sometimes having control of your own life is letting go of that control. Because a lot of times control doesn't really exist except for in your brain. And sometimes you just have to let go of it and free your mind to think, I shouldn't put space in my brain to worry about these things I can't control. As a political centrist, I realize that worrying about who's going to win the election is about as petty as worrying about who's going to win the Super Bowl or any kind of sports game. And of course, that's the Enneagram 5. That's my growth personality of my 7. So, am I wrong? Tell me, because it won't hurt my feelings. In fact, if I'm wrong, I want to be right so I can become a better person and be more free as a 7. So, tell me if I'm wrong. I say political centrists are Enneagram 9, 8 wing. Your comment is right here.